Hello and welcome to Chicago, Kaiba versus Pegasus, which is hilarious because I recently realized that, or at least recently learned that Pegasus has its own type of dueling style in freaking tournaments. Granted, it's not official, but there's a type of dueling where Pegasus can call out random rules to any Yu-Gi-Oh game, and everyone in this area must obey. So Pegasus can say randomly at any point, all blue eyes are benched from the field. Just something as random as, give your opponent a high
representing
five.
North America in the World Championship.
Amazing.
None of these duelists are even close to my level.
I like how there's
Over
a
the
blue eyes
entire
toad
weekend,
dragon right there.
not a single duelist had a monster that could stand up to my blue eyes white dragon.
Of course not.
In fact, I don't think any of you here can even beat Joey Wheeler. If I were to face off against any one of these duelist pathetic decks, I would put him out of business.
You're a third-rate duelist, a fourth-rate deck.
Then how about dueling one of them in front of a live audience?
That would be a waste of my time. Dueling me isn't a right, it's a privilege. But if you were willing to lower yourself and use one of their decks, I'd be more than happy to show these duelists what a real deck is made of.
Already dueled twice.
Sounds like a plan.
Once in a non-canon
Anyone
movie,
here
once
have
in
a deck I can
freaking
borrow to put Kaiba in his place?
You can use one of my decks, Pegasus.
Well, thank you, Plants. I mean,
Which decks do you
Steve.
have for me to use?
Let's see, I have Dragon Rulers, Prophecy, Evil Swarms, Wind-Ups, Inzectors, or Fire Fist.
Yes, let's
I think I'll take
see.
your Karibo deck.
I think I will use your wind-up deck.
Out of all the decks to choose from, he picks the one that's the least broken. You had Dragon
If there's
Rulers,
anything I
Pegasus,
like,
full power Dragon
Julius
Rulers.
Cartoons is toys. With your wind-up deck, I'll feel right at home.
If it was full power
do you
Dragon
say,
Rulers,
Kaiba?
Kai would be dead
You
turn
against
1,
my
and that's
wind-up?
what the freaking Dragon Rulers were holding back.
If you think your Tinker toys stand a chance against my dragons, you're delusional.
A grown man versus some random schmuck. Look how tiny
Turn
it
one,
is.
Kaiba's
He is.
turn. Kaiba 4000.
Oh, and this is the last of the
4000.
found footage things.
I'll
After
start
that, it
things
becomes
off.
a part of the
I
natural
summon
tournaments.
Lejin, the mystical genie of the lamp.
Loot. Lejin. He's my
Genie
favorite
will
capsule
make my wishes
monster.
come true when it sends you and your toys back to the playground. But for now, I set one card before ending my turn.
Turn 2, Pegasus
Okay,
turn.
so Kaiba
Kaiba
obviously in the
4000.
background.
Pegasus 4000.
My turn. I activate this spell card. Wind Up Factory. This factory
Boy.
makes even Santa jealous. While my wind-up
Is
factory
it
is
Santa
on the field,
Claus,
I'll
that
have
one
a constant
kaiju
influx
monster?
of brand new toys. Because every time I activate the effect of one of my wind-up monsters, I get to pull a new
No,
one
Santa
from
Claus
my
is a
deck.
kaiju, but let's face it, that's kind of a
And
category. at this
abracadabra,
point.
I have the perfect wind-up monster for matching your magical genie. I summon Wind-Up Magician in defense
I
mode.
think the wind-up group was still legal at the time.
Your toy and your brain have a few screws loose if you think it stands a chance against my genie.
Maybe not yet, but watch as I wind up and let it go. You're about to witness a devastating chain reaction.
Say goodbye to your
After I
hand,
summon
little
Wind-Up Magician to my
tiny
field,
boy.
I can
I'm gonna
special
change this.
summon Wind-Up Shark from my hand. But that's not all. When my Wind-Up Shark's effect activates in my hand, my Wind-Up Magician's effect activates on the field, allowing me to special summon another Wind-Up monster from my deck. And I think I'll special summon another Wind-Up Shark.
Now I can make number 101.
It's going to be a feeding frenzy. And thanks to the activation of my Wind-Up Monster's effect, I'll also use the effect of my Wind-Up Factory to add a Wind-Up Monster from my deck to my hand.
Classic amateur move of quantity over quality, Cyclops. You may
That's
have three monsters
offensive.
on the field, but none of them are as strong enough to destroy my Lejin. That play was as pitiful as the monsters you just summoned.
That's because I'm not done yet, Kaiba boy. I still haven't played with my wind-up sharks. By winding each of them up, I can raise each of their levels to 5.
Big deal.
Yes, it is a big deal. Because I'm doing this with my level 5 wind-up sharks.
But given the deck that we know that Pegasus plays next,
Adrius,
it's
keeper of Armageddon.
What the heck
Wrong
is
card.
Summon? Where'd you learn how to do that?
Oh, Kaiba boy, how quickly you've forgotten about my Millennium magic. My Millennium Eye gives me the power to read Billy Boy's mind. So everything Billy Break knows about his wind-up deck,
Billy Boy
I know
usually
too.
musley off the
That
hang
includes
time.
when to Xyz summon, which monster to choose, and how to use all of his deck's best
Stop
combos.
picturing him,
In
God.
fact, it almost is like you're dueling against him.
In that case, this should be the easiest duel ever. Enough talk. Are you going to attack my genie or not?
Well, since you offered, Adrius, attack Kaiba's Lajin.
You fool! I activate my ancient lamp. First,
Yep, this is the Duelist
Lajin
Kingdom.
retreats
Monsters
into
are
its
traps
lamp.
and spells now.
Then, my ancient lamp deflects all attacks aimed at my genie. It looks like your Adrius's attack is headed straight for your wind-up magician.
Didn't I say I could read people's minds with my Millennium Eye? I knew you were going to do that, but unfortunately for you, you didn't know about my Adrius's special ability.
Detach,
When I Xyz
destroy.
summon Adrius, the monsters I use to create it become Xyz materials attached to Adrius. And once per turn, by detaching one of those Xyz materials, I can destroy one face-up card on the field.
Oh, to have
Xyz
Adrius
monster or
commit
not,
seppuku.
my genie is now protected by its ancient
The
lamp.
lamp itself, however.
Adrius isn't targeting your genie, Kaiba boy. It's targeting its home. I'll detach an Xyz material from Adrius to destroy your
It's like being like,
ancient
my mech
lamp.
offensive be struck with second be
How
short, why have a
sad.
token?
A
Then
genie
I'll
without
pop the
its lamp
token.
is like red archery girl without her bow, a Gemini elf without her twin, or Kaiba without his scowl.
Huh,
The
Kaiba's
genie is
ego
once
would be the
again
one thing that's
vulnerable to
around
all
the
of my
apocalypse.
attacks and monster effects. I think I'll set 2 cards face down before ending my turn.
Turn 3, Kaiba's turn. Kaiba 4,000, Pegasus 4,000.
It's my turn. First, I activate my enemy controller up, left, down, right, A.
Oh boy.
By giving up 1,000 life points, I destroy your Adrius.
Third
Next,
effect.
I
That's what I like
activate
to
the
call
spell
it.
card, Dragon Shrine.
Impossible. That card isn't being released to the general public until September. How did you get
Oh god
that?
damn it. This has been the
I'm
saga
a
of
member
Blue
the
Eyes.
general public,
Oh my
Pegasus.
god, this is the most
President
freaking
of Kaiba
fitting
Corp.
thing ever.
My connections
Because at the time of this
extend throughout the
recording,
world, and there
Rank
isn't
10
anything
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I
just
can't
published
afford.
a new
When I
archetype
heard about the
archive
new cards in
on
the saga of
Blue
the Blue
Eyes.
White Dragon structure deck, I made a couple
This is
of
the most
calls,
unintentionally
got them
hilarious thing
delivered to
ever.
my doorstep the next day. Dragon Shrine lets me send a
I
dragon
love
from
this
my
too.
deck
Kaiba
to my
just like,
graveyard.
hey, it's
Then,
not being released
if
to
that
the general
dragon
public.
is a
I'm
normal
general
monster,
public.
I can send another dragon from my deck to my graveyard. So first off, I'm saying bye-bye to my Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Because they love being
Next,
there.
I'll send White Stone of Legend to my graveyard. When my White Stone of Legend is sent to the graveyard, I can add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my deck to my hand. Next, I'll activate Trade-In. This card
Neg
lets
zero.
me discard a level 8 monster from my hand to draw 2 new cards. I'll discard the Blue Eyes White Dragon I just added to my hand to draw 2 more cards from my deck.
Next I'll make Link
I
Spider.
activate Silver's Cry.
Oh boy.
This card lets me special summon a normal dragon from my graveyard. Come forth, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Growl.
I'm afraid your monster won't be sticking around for long. I activate my trap card. Bottomless
No!
Trap Hole.
Damn it.
Now Now your dragon is banished from the duel, forced to fly into an abyss for all
Back when
of
being banished
eternity.
based up was basically
You'll pay
screwed.
for that. Legend, attack Pegasus directly.
Oh, I think not. Your genie is about to join your dragon. I activate Dimensional Prison. Now your Legend is banished just like your blue eyes. Better luck next time.
I still
My
haven't
turn
normal
isn't over yet,
summoned.
Pegasus. I activate this spell card, Shard of Greed. Now, during each of my draw phase, I get to add a greed counter to my shard. Once it has 2 greed counters, I can send it to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. I set 2 cards face down before ending my
I wonder
turn.
who scripts the scripted duels.
Turn 4, Pegasus turn.
Do you think it's
Kaiba
for kids,
3000,
Konami,
Pegasus
or
4000.
something like that?
My turn. I summon Wind Up
What's something to
Rabbit
think
in
about?
attack mode. This cute and cuddly rabbit is
Is
my new
annoying.
favorite toy. We're gonna be best friends forever. Wind Up Rabbit out on Kaiba.
Silly rabbit. Your tricks are for kids.
I don't know why they were cut there.
I activate my
Basically,
trap
there's nothing,
card,
I don't think.
Shadow Spell. Wind Up Rabbit loses 700 attack points and is no longer able to attack. My life points are perfectly safe.
Did you know that my Wind Up Rabbit has a special ability?
Hi.
Like hiding Easter eggs?
No. I can wind up my rabbit to activate its
Fuck off.
effect and banish it until my next standby phase. Leap out of Kaiba's shackles, Wind Up Rabbit. Now that I've used my Wind Up
be
Rabbit's
fair,
effect,
rabbits
I
aren't
also
exactly
get to
great
grab a
cards
new
remember
toy
all
from
the
my deck
freaking
with the
annoying
effect of Wind Up Factory. I set
There's a
one card
few.
before ending my turn.
Turn 5, Kaiba's turn. Kaiba 3000, Pegasus 4000.
I draw. Since I've drawn my first card for the turn, I'll add a greed counter to my Shard of Greed. But the greed doesn't stop there, Pegasus. I activate Pot of Greed.
Greed? Kaiba?
This
How
card
fitting.
lets me draw 2 cards. And my turn isn't even close to finished. Are you familiar with ancient Egyptian legends, Pegasus?
No.
Of course. What do you think I base duel monsters on?
Greek
But I
mythology.
bet you never heard of this story. Egyptian legends
I love how
spoke of
there's
a young
ancient
blue-eyed girl
Egyptian
who was
Valkyries.
physically weak, but in times of trouble, she unleashed an incredible power.
Ancient
because she
Egyptian
carried
Little Red
the
Riding
spirit of
Hood.
the blue-eyes white dragon inside her.
Sounds like a tall tale
Ancient
to me.
Egyptian
It
Wizard of
may
Oz
just be a
Star
story,
Wars.
But this card I'm about to play is real.
Good.
I
Ancient Egyptian
summoned
superheroes.
Maiden with eyes of blue.
And that's why I can't call Maid anything else. Anytime I'm
Don't
this
you be
close
fooled
to
by my
calling it
maiden's zero
episode 2 of
attack and defense
Ragnarok,
points.
Maid
Her
with blue eyes
strengths are
of
hidden
blue.
from
This
sight.
close.
Whenever she's targeted by an attack or card effect, I can special summon a blue eyes white dragon from my hand, deck, or graveyard. Next, I activate my trap card, Castle of Dragon Souls. This card lets me banish a dragon from my graveyard to target a monster on my field and give it an additional 700 attack points. I banish White Stone of Legend from my graveyard to target my maiden with eyes of blue.
And since she was just targeted,
And, as you already know, every time my maiden is targeted, I can special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Come forth, Blue Eyes White Dragon! Blue Eyes White Dragon, attack with White Lightning!
I activate my trap card, Compulsory Evacuation Device. Now your Blue Eyes White Dragon is returned to your hand, and
Why
my
can't I
life points
hit
are
you?
spared from its attack.
Even still, that won't save you from my maiden's attack. Maiden with eyes of blue, attack Pegasus directly!
just slaps from
You
across the
just
face.
lost 700 life points.
You lost
Finally,
1,000.
I activate Graceful Charity. This card lets me draw 3 cards and discard 2. I'll
I have to
draw
wait till the
3
main phase
cards
two to do
and then
that.
discard the Blue Eyes White Dragon you just returned to my hand, along with Luster Dragon number 2.
Okay.
You're up, Pegasus.
Turn 6, Pegasus turn. Kaiba 3000, Pegasus 3300.
Oh, good. I draw a card, and then my wind-up rabbit leaps back onto the field in my standby phase.
That's okay, it can go away.
Next, I summon a monster that reminds me a lot about you. Wind-up rat.
Ooh.
How cheesy.
Now,
Shut up, Peg. Shut up, Kaiba.
Wind-up rat. Attack Kaiba's maiden with eyes of blue.
I activate my maiden's second ability. Once per turn, when she's attacked by a monster, I can negate that monster's attack and switch my maiden into defense mode. Then, I can special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from my hand, deck, or graveyard.
Yep, two of them
So
are
I'll
banished.
negate your rabbit's attack, and then special summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon I discarded on my last turn.
My battle phase isn't over yet, Kaiba boy. Wind up rat. Attack and destroy his maiden.
Maiden is once per turn.
Next, I'll activate my wind up rat's effect. By winding it up, I can special summon another wind up monster.
Yeah, so
I'll special summon my wind up shark back to the field. Don't forget about my wind-up factory. Now I get to add another wind-up monster from my hand, too.
Rat.
Next, I'll use my wind-up shark's effect. But this time, instead of winding it forward one level, I'll wind it back, turning it into a level 3 monster.
Low
Why
budget,
would
but
you
make
do
your best
that?
Because it's time for another Xyz summon. I combine my level 3 wind-up rat and level 3 wind-up shark to Xyz summon wind-up Zen Mines in defense
Yeah, if it's a
mode.
rank 3, it's either Dante or Zen Lion, so...
Oh, you're up, Kaiba boy.
Turn 7, Kaiba's turn. Kaiba 3000, Pegasus 3300.
I draw. Now I can add a second greed counter to my shard of greed. And you know what
If you
that
don't
means,
try to kill it
Pegasus.
3
I send it
times
to the
in one
graveyard to
turn,
draw
it
2
will kill you.
cards. Now, I activate Monster Reborn to special summon the Luster Dragon number 2 that I discarded earlier. But that's not all. I'll also activate another copy of Silver's Cry to special summon another Blue Eyes White Dragon from my graveyard.
That's right,
Take
that's
flight,
right, I forgot there was
Blue
another one in the
Eyes
graveyard.
White Dragon.
I think that's why you were confused with the Monster Reborn.
Facing
My bad.
Pegasus,
I thought he
this
banished
duel
the
is
blue eyes
over.
and not the white stone.
I have 3 monsters on my field, each with 2,400 or more attack points, while you only have a broken bunny and a rusted out toy with 2,100 defense points. Your 3,300 life points won't be able to withstand the onslaught of my 3 monsters.
Wanna bet?
Luster Dragon number 2, recycle that rabbit.
Oh, Kaiba, you're such a funny bunny. Wind-up rabbit hops out of harm's way. Then I get to use my wind-up factory's effect to add another wind-up toy to my hand.
It makes no difference. Luster Dragon number 2, attack and destroy Pegasus's wind-up Zen Mines instead.
Oops, I forgot to tell you about my Xyz monster's special ability.
No, you didn't.
Whenever wind-up Zen Mines would be destroyed, I can detach an Xyz material from it instead. And since I combine 2 monsters to Xyz summon wind-up Zen Mines, my monster has 2 Xyz materials.
Oh no!
Oh, yes. Don't.
Not only am I still in this duel, but my Zen Mines can still protect me from 2 more attacks.
In that case, I'll keep pummeling it until it's in a scrap heap.
If at first you don't
Blue Eyes White
succeed,
Dragon
blast them with their
attacks
blue
Zen
eyes
Mines
again!
There goes another Xyz material.
Now it's my last dragon's turn to attack. Blue Eyes, finish off his Zen Mines! You may have been able to survive the turn, but now your field is empty, and you're staring down 3 of my strongest monsters. I'll set a card before ending my turn.
Turn 8, Pegasus turn. Kaiba 3000, Pegasus 3300.
Oh good,
That
it's
card's
my
an
turn
OTK
again.
card.
I'll draw a card and then return my rabbit to the field. But he won't be hopping around for long. I'll use my rabbit's effect to banish it until my next standby phase. That lets me add another wind-up monster from my deck to my hand with my wind-up factory. Now I activate Dark Hole.
Oh.
all monsters on the field
I don't
are
care if you
destroyed.
hate Dark Hole, right? Kiki's worse in my mind.
Next,
At
I
least
summon
Dark Hole
another
pretends
wind-up
that it
rabbit to the
destroys
field.
other monsters.
Wind-up
There's a
rabbit,
cost to it,
attack
technically.
Kaiba Boy directly.
I activate my spell card, Shrink. Now your rabbit loses half of its attack points, so I only lose 700 life points.
700 life points that you couldn't afford to lose. You're down to just 2,300 life points. I set 2 cards before ending my turn.
Turn 9, Kaiba's turn. Kaiba 2,300, Pegasus 3,300.
I draw. I set a monster and set 2 cards in my spell and trap card zone.
Turn 10, Pegasus turn. Kaiba 2,300, Pegasus 3,300.
Rabbit's
Well,
coming
that
back.
wasn't much of a turn. But now it's my turn again. And that means my second wind-up rabbit returns to the field. Now I have 2 little rabbit bunnies. But I won't risk losing them in my battle phase. That's why I'm summoning this card, Wind-Up Warrior. This heroic warrior protects and serves my other toys. First, I'll activate its effect to wind it up and give it an extra 600 attack. Then, I'll use both of my wind-up rabbit's effects to remove them from the jewel until my next standby phase. And let's not forget about my wind-up factory. I'll get another wind-up warrior from my deck just in case. Now, wind-up warrior, attack and destroy Kaiba's face-down monster.
You've attacked my Cyber Jar!
The jar cards. Amazing when they work for you. Annoying as fuck when they work for you in your opponents. Even Aroma Jar.
Anyway.
You just got him.
Let's see which new toys my deck has in store, shall we?
I'll special summon my Hitatsumi Giant in attack mode and add the rest of the cards to my hand. Pegasus, look at my monster. Are you 2 related? It has the same number of eyes as you.
Even with one eye, I can still see your defeat.
What's funny is
like
Hitatsumi Giant is the first monster
I'll
ever
special summon
summoned
it
to
to the field
holograms
alongside
in
my
anime. I know maybe there's
wind-up
battle
dog.
locks in the background, but I mean the first one we
I'll
see,
use the effect of my Castle of Dragon Souls to banish a Blue Eyes from my graveyard and raise my Hitatsumi Giant's attack points to 1,900. Now it's stronger than both of your monsters.
Your Hitatsumi Giant may be protecting you for now, but it won't for long when I enter my main phase 2 and then activate Smashing Ground. Smashing Ground destroys your monster, so say bye-bye to your eye. I'll set 1 more card before
like what you
ending my
said to
turn.
yours to get them
Turn
winning,
11,
right?
Kaiba's turn. Kaiba 2,300, Pegasus 3,300.
It's my turn. First, I summon Slate Warrior.
Okay.
Then, I use my Castle of Dragon Souls to banish my last Blue Eyes White Dragon from my graveyard and give my Slate Warrior an extra 700 attack points.
2,600 attack.
Now, I activate my trap card. Return from the different dimensions.
That would have been really useful for Pegasus had he picked Dragon Rulers. No, I would not let that go. That was fucking retarded.
I give up 1,150 life points, and in exchange for those life points, I can special summon all 3 of my Blue Eyes White Dragons and my Lejin back to the
I have
field.
Luster Dragon.
Now your worst nightmare is about to come true. I activate Polymerization.
Now the Blue Eyes don't have to be
Blue
banished.
Eyes Dragons together. Behold, Blue Eyes, Ultimate Dragon.
The toughest, the invincible, the unbeatable.
Leaving your wind-up dog in attack mode was a big mistake, Pegasus. My Ultimate Dragon has 4,500 attack points. As soon as it wipes out your crusty canine, your life points will be reduced to 0. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Attack Pegasus's wind-up dog with Neutron Blast Attack and finish this
He has
duel.
3 set cards.
I don't think so. I activate my trap card, Dimensional Prison.
It's gonna get banished again.
This card banishes any attacking monster from the duel. Bid farewell to your Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Chain diffusion.
If my ultimate dragon is going down, it's taking you down with it. I reveal my trap card, Ring of Destruction.
We both lose.
This card destroys any monster on the field.
You think it eclipses all three of the
life
necks?
points by that monster's attack points. By selecting my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, I can destroy it and inflict 4,500 points of damage to both of our life points.
That means you'll lose too.
Maybe if I didn't have this. I activate Ring of Defense.
Classic Kaiba.
My Ring of Defense nullifies the damage that my Ring of Destruction deals to me. That means only you lose 4,500 life points. This duel is over.
Well, think again. I activate Book of Moon.
Ah, now you can't target it.
This card puts your Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon face down, so your triple-headed terror lost all of its bite.
We're in chain 4. Where's accumulated fortune?
I chain diffusion.
Chain 5.
Now, I split my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon back into the 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons I used to summon it. That means
Where's
I
Flash
have 5
Fusion?
monsters on my field, staring down your weak windups. Blue Eyes White Dragons, and this duel, triple White Lightning attack.
We win. Go home,
Getting
folks.
your hopes up just to crush them.
What now?
Your moves are so predictable. I activate my last face-down card, Mirror Force.
No.
This card stops all your attacks and destroys all of your monsters.
Shit.
My blue eyes are gone.
Because it doesn't burn like in the
I just
anime.
destroyed all 5 of your monsters with a single card. No wonder Yugi Boy likes this trap card so much.
Yeah.
This can't be happening. You just got lucky.
Luck has nothing to do with it.
Right,
You
so
can buy
other
all
cards
the
aren't
cards in
banished
the
again
world,
because it's
but you
different-
can't buy
different
skill.
dimension.
I set my last card and end my turn.
Turn 12, Pegasus turn, Kaiba 1150, Pegasus 3300.
I draw a card for my turn, and then return my rabbits to the field in my standby phase. Now I summon Wind-Up Warrior to the field.
Him again.
Look at all my monsters. I can't wait to play with them all. I'll wind up my dog and my warrior to raise their levels to 5. Then I'll combine them to Xyz summon Tiras, Keeper of Genesis. Whenever Tiras successfully attacks, it gets to destroy a card on your field. Furthermore, while it has any Xyz materials attached to it, it can't be destroyed. Now, let's move on to my battle phase, shall we? Wind up Rabbit, attack Kaiba directly.
I activate Negate Attack.
Huh.
Your attack is negated, and your battle phase immediately ends.
Oh, you're
Well,
only
not
prolonging your
returning,
defeat.
Kaiba boy.
I'll send one more card to my back row. Oh, not that I'll need it. It's your turn, Kaiba boy. But before I end my turn, my Tiras must give up one of its Xyz materials. I don't know of any card that you can draw to save you. You have no cards in your hand and only a crumbling castle on your field. This duel is as good as over.
Turn 13, Kaiba's turn, Kaiba 1150, Pegasus 3300.
I draw. Perfect. I banish Lejin, the mystical genie of the lamp, and Blue
Dark
Eyes White Dragon.
Lights.
Come
Errata.
Chaos Emperor at the end.
Time to burn.
Impossible. You must be joking.
It's no joke.
Despite considering
Neither is my
Chaos Emperor Dragon is the only card that's also
special
banned in the
ability.
anime.
By
GX
placing
confirms
1,000
this
life
in
points, I send all cards in our hands and on our fields to the graveyard.
King of
Then,
Copycats, that's it.
you take 300 points of damage for each card sent to the graveyard. Chaos Emperor Dragon, Activate your effect!
I'll use the effects of my wind-up rabbits to let them dodge your Chaos Emperor Dragon. That leaves only 3 cards in my hand and 3 on my field for Chaos Emperor Dragon to send to the graveyard.
Where's my legacy of
Chaos
NAWCQ?
Emperor Dragon sends itself along with your
Just
trap cards
NAWCQ,
to the graveyard.
or
I'll only lose 2,400 life points, which means I still have 900 life points left. It looks like your Chaos Emperor Dragon wasn't strong enough to defeat me.
Damn it.
On my
If
next
those rabbits
turn,
stayed around,
all
they'd
of
still
my
only have
wind-up
300
rabbits
attack
will
points.
return to the
And
field
life points,
to
my bad.
finish you off. Oh, good game, Kaiba boy.
Have you forgotten about my Castle of Dragon Souls?
What are you talking about? That's a
When my
when.
castle is sent to the graveyard, I get to special summon one of my banished dragons.
Yeah, when. It
After
missed
my Chaos
timing.
Emperor Dragon sends all of our cards to the graveyard, I special summon my Blue Eyes White Dragon.
You can't. It's a when.
Castle's effect is optional. You can't use it.
Wrong, Pegasus. My castle's effect says it can be used if
What?
it's sent to the graveyard, not when.
What?
So I can use it, even though you taking damage was the last thing to happen. So, did you even read the dueling guide that you wrote?
I thought I changed its effect when I designed the card.
Pegasus had a misprint.
Just like you thought wrong when you said you were gonna win this duel. Blue Eyes White Dragon, attack Pegasus directly.
Oh no!
Kaiba wins due to a misprint.
You put up a good duel, Pegasus. I may have underestimated the strength of these Duelist World Championship qualifier decks. The one mistake they made was letting you duel in their place.
Oh. I
Good
always thought she was
duel,
Billy
Kaiba
Boy.
I'll have to make sure no more copies of the old Castle of Dragon Souls make it out into the wild. That way, duelists like you won't be able to use it.
In
with
other
Chaos
words, we
Emperor
couldn't think of a
Dragon.
way for Kaiba to win, so we just screwed the rules so we could get
for
money.
the World Championship qualifier finals?
Of course. Who would crown the champion if not the creator of their beloved game?
I'd stick around too, but I have Kaiba Corp to run.
I have to update on the new era. Yeah. Well, that was fun. Weird little thing, but whatever. See ya.
I think that's everything.